Darkcast Network, indie pods with a dark side.
Hi, this is Kelly.
And this is Jenna.
And you're listening to ODFM.
This episode is One Disappointment from Murder.
There's so many disappointments. We have so many disappointments. Oh, that's perfect. We haven't used that.
Right? It's not that I'm mad. It's that I'm just disappointed.
But facts, that is so true.
Right?
When my kids do something like that, it's very bad. Yeah. It's a true disappointment.
I'm not mad. It's just, I'm disappointed in you.
Just sleep. Just go to school.
Just go to school.
Okay.
All right. So we're headed back to Wisconsin. I'm starting to worry about Wisconsin people again.
Yeah. Well,
I'm noticing a theme.
You know, it's the weather. It's cold a lot. Winter.
I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I saw this comedian once that was like, you know, there's a lot of serial killers in Wisconsin. They also have a lot of cheese. So people get backed up.
Yes. I remember that one.
Right.
It's
and
true.
So that's what brings out the killer is that
very uncomfortable.
They're backed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Bloating.
Oh, God. Okay.
Awesome. So
this is Windsor, Wisconsin, which is a northern suburb of Madison.
Okay.
Which is the home to the University of Wisconsin, Madison. Madison is still small enough of a city that even in 2021, a married couple going missing was big news.
Oh, okay. So it's still small enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That they're like, this is kind of a big deal. Like the day they were reported missing, it was on the news.
Perfect. Okay. I like this because we need people that care. It feels like America, we're getting so many mass killings like every day. Everyone's just like, let's just keep playing our concerts. No big deal.
Oh, in Aurora, there's constantly posts of, you know, this child ran away. If you see them, you know, this hit the news. I only see these on like social media. So,
right. Okay.
So this is Bart and Krista Halderson, who had been married for, Bart. That's an unusual one, right?
It is.
And I think it was short for like Bartum.
Oh, not Bartholomew or something?
Right. I thought that was the only option. I was very surprised. They've been married for 27 years.
Whoa. Yes. Right.
They had two sons, Mitchell, who was 24, and Chandler, 23.
Oh, Chandler. Wonderful.
So they have, you know, like adult-ish, almost adultish children, right? Bart was an accountant and Krista worked customer service at an auto repair shop.
Okay.
They were known by everybody to be very, very family oriented, very loving and supportive of their sons. Nice. You know, they were a true family. Krista was actually quoted as saying, "I want my children to be the best men they can be."
Cute. I mean,
right.
Yeah. Who doesn't, but still.
No, I know. Right. Well, some of them are just like, I just want you to get to 18 and get out of my house. So,
yeah.
You know.
These are the people that should not be given parenting licenses.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Also, we should have parenting licenses.
Having baby licenses. Yes.
The Haldersons were immensely proud of their sons. Mitchell had gotten a technology degree and he was engaged. Chandler, he was still in college and living at home with his parents, but he was earning a certificate in IT and he was working towards a second degree in sustainability management.
Wow.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds real good.
It sounds earthy and good.
Right. It sounds good. He had an amazing internship at American Family Insurance as an IT administrator. He's still in school.
American Family Insurance.
Right?
Yeah.
Did they now owe us some money for this episode?
Yes. We advertised.
Right. Oops. So, you know, he's still in school, but he's doing very well for himself. And he had a very, very bright future, having already landed a job at Elon Musk's company, SpaceX.
Whoa.
At 23 in Florida, and he was planning to move there soon with his girlfriend after he graduated.
Dang. Okay, so he's going places. Maybe even outer space. So
maybe literally going places.
Yes,
he could be sent anywhere,
like universally.
What if they open an office on Mars? We don't know. No. Talk about hybrid. Anyway. The family had a lakeside cabin up in rural Wisconsin. I believe it was in a place called White Lake, but I'm not totally sure about that. Yeah. But anyways, it was about a 3-hour drive north from where they lived.
Nice. Someplace pretty and serene.
Yes. very, very secluded, very woodsy. It had actually been in Krista's family for generations.
Oh, that's awesome.
They would meet up with extended family up there. They had family reunions up there.
Cool.
This was a very tight-knit, family-oriented couple, right?
Okay.
Right. So this is like...
They wanted to be around each other.
Right. They weren't looking to skip town, right?
Yeah.
So on July 7th of 2021, very recent, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Chandler Halderson went to the local sheriff's department to report his parents missing.
Shit.
Yes. He stated that they had left for the 4th of July weekend to go up to their cabin and then didn't come back when they said they would.
Maybe they had a really bad hangover.
Right.
They were shooting off so many fireworks and drinking so much. They're like, we're just going to stay.
Fireworks, yeah. Right? Yeah. We're just going to, we're going to booze it up here for a while, right? So they're like, okay. And he hadn't gotten a hold of them. He hadn't talked to them, right?
Shit.
Investigators were like, okay. So they made a few calls and they opened they're like, okay, we'll open an investigation, which is nice. You have the right to go missing.
Seriously. So they're actually doing it.
Right. They made a few calls and they found out that on Friday, July 2nd, Krista had actually been expected at her job, but never showed up.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's a problem.
So she had a friend and coworker named Dan Croninger, and he was concerned because he's like, this is not Krista. Krista is reliable. She's dependable. Mm-hmm. She shows up. She's never a no-show, or at least she calls if there's an emergency or whatever. This is weird, right? And also, Dan was friends with Krista, and he had gotten to become friends with her husband, Bart. Okay. And he's like, if they were going up, they would have said they're going up to the cabin. This is odd, right? So, but that day, when she didn't show up, Dan had texted Krista several times. He tried to call. He never got a response.
Shoot.
This bugged him, right? This was still on the previous Friday.
Okay.
So later that day, Dan and his girlfriend drove over to the Haldersons' house to check on them because they're like, this is odd.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Rang the doorbell. No one answered the door. It was like, okay. They looked around. I guess they weren't up to the Ring video deal, So they even peeked into the window of the garage and they saw that both cars were there. So they're like, okay, it's strange it's strange no one's answering, right? So they're like, okay. They looked in like the front, like living room window.
Okay.
And everything seemed okay. The only thing they noticed was the coffee table that's usually like in the living room and kind of in front of the fireplace was on its side.
Was it glass and broken?
No, it was not. Right? Oh, right. Yes. Because
we're used to that happening.
Right. The glass coffee table is always
do not get a glass.
No. And it was just on its side. So like, well, that's odd. But
yeah, maybe they were making forts.
Right. I was going to say like maybe they were repairing a broken leg or something. But you went to pillow forts and all that. Right?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go.
I like your idea about it.
Yeah, it sounds more fun.
So he's like, okay, I mean, that's odd, but not odd enough, right? So then they decided, all right, well, we're going to go around to the back. So they're going around to the back of the house. And as they do that, Chandler comes out the side door.
Oh,
but he's in a towel. He's like, sorry, I just got out of the shower.
Okay.
Right,
did you know your coffee table's on its side? What?
Right. Weird. Chandler's like, sorry, I was in the shower. And he's like, my parents left this morning to go to the cabin. There was some like plumbing emergency or something. Oh,
okay.
Okay. So Dan's like, all right, well, that makes sense. All right. Okay. So she just forgot she had to work today or whatever.
Yeah.
Must have been a big plumbing emergency. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, all right. And over the next couple days, he texted Chandler a couple more times, was just like, hey, have you heard from your parents?
Yeah. Because this is weird.
Right. And Chandler said, they don't get good cell reception up there. It's very wooded.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah.
He's like, it's very wooded and stuff. So, and Chandler didn't seem worried at all. So he was like, all right. Okay.
Okay.
On Sunday, July 4th, Chandler texted Dan, but he was just texting going, I'm bored and I need something to do on the 4th of July, I guess. Okay. And so
I need a friend.
Right. He's like, I just need something to do. Don't you have any of your own friends?
Okay.
Anyway.
Make your fort. Finish your fort.
Finish your fort.
Go do Legos in it.
He's 23.
Exactly. I don't see the problem.
Right. So Dan invited him to join them to watch fireworks that night. And nice. Chandler went there, which was cool. And Chandler did mention that he did speak to his parents that they would be back the next day, Monday.
Hey, I'm starting not to trust Chandler.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Right? It's just,
yeah. And inviting himself to parties and shit.
Right.
And he plays with Legos in forts.
And still makes pillow forts, right?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
So, but Krista doesn't show up for work on Monday. And she doesn't show up for work on Tuesday.
Okay. We know she would not go that long.
Right. This is odd, right? Friends and family or, people are talking and they started to go, well, it's really wooded up there. Like, did they have an accident?
Ooh, yeah. Went running through the woods as one does and tripped.
Well, they were thinking more like a boating accident or like, did they get into a car accident on the way there or the way back or something? Okay. Right. And
there's so many accidents that can happen.
So Dan and Krista were friends enough that he knew that she had an important doctor's appointment on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So when she didn't come into work on Wednesday and they still weren't back, he was like, something seriously not
seriously. Right. She loves her pap smears. She will not miss the pap smears. I know she wouldn't miss this appointment. Sorry. Yeah.
Colonoscopy. I'll reschedule. What else? So he was like, something's wrong. So he called Chandler and was like, I think you need to go to the police and file a missing persons report. Right. So that's when he did that. So investigators Sabrina Sims and Brian Shunk with the Dane County Sheriff's Department, they were assigned to the case and they started, they're like, all right, well, they filed the missing persons report or whatever. I guess Chandler went home. And then later that day, they went to the house to talk to Chandler.
And sit in his pillow fort and talk it over.
Right. Yeah. They didn't mention that the table was tipped over, so he must have fixed it by then. But Chandler told them that another couple, one that he didn't know, he's a 23-year-old guy. He was probably like, I don't know, some couple.
Yeah, some random old
parents
people.
Have friends. They're like old people, right? Another couple, one that he didn't know the name of, picked up his parents and drove them. So both of their cars were in the garage.
Oh, this is how he's okay. I get it.
Right. He walked detectives around the house and pointed out things that his parents had taken with them when they left. Just like, they took these shoes and this is where camping gear. I don't know, whatever. Right. So they're interviewing him. They're going around the house. Nothing seems out of order. At the same time, other officers are reaching out to friends and family and are learning that Bart and Krista had not mentioned to anybody else about going up to the cabin, including their other son, Mitchell, who they had a very close relationship to. And he was like,
they would have told him.
I think I would have known if they were going up there for 4th of July.
So it's not like they just randomly go and
don't
say something. Okay.
Right. And nobody had any idea who this other couple could be.
Oh,
everyone's like,
interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. And they should probably know each other, especially that Dan that she works with.
Right. That she would have said, we're going up, or there's a couple that we know, or I don't know, something, right?
Yeah.
So the day after the missing persons report was filed, Mitchell and his fiance, the other brother, drove the 3 hours north to the cabin.
Good.
And then
someone get your ass up there.
Right. Then local sheriff's officers met them up there.
Okay, good.
And they kind of walked around the property together because then there was somebody and no one answered the door to the cabin. So they forced it open. There was no sign of Krista, no sign of Bart, no sign that no bears, no bears. The 3 bears weren't in there having their porridge or any shit like that. Nope. It really looked like no one had been there in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Not like, hey, they'd been there and then
left. So they never made it there.
Yeah, they didn't make it there, right? They also broke into a shed on the property and found the family's canoe. So they're like, okay, well, they didn't have an incident on the lake.
Maybe. I mean, they could have swam. They could have swum.
I guess so, right?
But there's no sign of them even having swimsuits there or something weird.
Right. Yeah. Okay. It didn't look like they'd been there. Right. So like, okay, that's strange.
The unicorn floaty was gone.
Oh my God.
Those unicorn floaties.
I mean, I want one.
Right.
We have a velociraptor one. It's a giant velociraptor.
Yes.
It's really awesome. So the same day, while Mitchell is up at the cabin, Chandler is going door to door in the neighborhood, asking if anyone has seen his parents or knows of anything. There's there is Ring doorbell video of him ringing doors.
So he is actually doing it.
He did actually do it. And you could see him. He was recorded asking people stuff. But nope, I haven't seen him, haven't talked to him. A Madison news station sent a reporter to the Halderson home because, like I said, this is big news there. They don't have
where are these people?
Cases like this. And Chandler agreed to give an audio interview. He just didn't want to be on camera. Why? I don't know.
He had some zits. He had a breakout.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I understand. I get him.
Right. Yeah. It happens. Right. So now it's Thursday, July 8th. There's no sign of the Haldersons up at the cabin. There's no sign of them in between. There's no sign of them at home. Police have no leads. They're like, all right, where are these people? Mm-hmm. But then they get a tip from the owner of a farm in a nearby town. Just outside of like the town limits, right?
Do they have pigs?
No, as far as I know, there's no. I believe this is a crop farm, not an animal farm. I believe. Right. I mean, there could be. They just didn't mention it. Right?
Yeah.
This farmer was a woman who was a family friend of Catherine Melander, and Catherine was Chandler's girlfriend of 2 years.
So there's a connection here.
Mm-hmm. The farmer calls to tell detectives that. So Chandler and Kat, she goes by Catherine, had been with her on the farm on July 4th, apparently earlier in the day because he spent July 4th in the evening at the other place,
where he invited himself.
Right. Okay. So she had met Chandler. I don't know if she had known him before that, but she had seen them that day. Right. Okay. With Kat, that wasn't weird. But she did find it weird when the next day she happened to see Chandler, this time alone, on her property coming out of a wooded area. And then
he had to take a shit. I mean, I like to go alone.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Do you go to somebody else's property? Or if you have to, okay, let's say it's an emergency.
Yeah. You got to go.
Do you go somewhere where you know the person or do you go where you don't know the person?
True. Good point.
Wouldn't you go where you wouldn't know?
Oh, sorry, Jim Bob.
I would rather just be like, oops,
back
and
there.
then run. Like, I don't want anyone to recognize me, right? So she was like, well, that's weird. And then he's walking to his car, which is backed up to the field. And she was like, this is weird. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it was weird enough to her that upon hearing that the Halderson parents were missing, she's like, I don't know what this means. It's just odd. Yeah. And I felt like I had to tell you, right? So police immediately send officers over there to check it out, right?
Yeah, bring the dogs.
So at the same time that they're sending officers there, Detective Sims and Shunk bring Chandler into the sheriff's office to question him because they're like, he's lying to us. Why is he lying, right?
Yeah, he's got something to tell.
So again, he tells them that he last saw his parents on Thursday, July 1st, and that they were going up to the cabin with friends, some couple he didn't know, for the holiday weekend. So detectives tell him, look, we know you're not being truthful. They wouldn't tell them what they knew. They just said, look, we know you're not being truthful. We're going to give you one more chance to tell us what's going on. And he lawyers up.
I knew it. Oh, I mean, that's what you should do, but still.
It is. It is what you should do. But at the same time, you're like,
you want him to get caught.
Right. So he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to need a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Do ya?
I bet. That was a big old dump you took out there. They're going to find some evidence of that.
There's some DNA out there of some kind. Gross.
Yeah. He's dirty.
Basically, the interview at this point ends, right? They can't interview him anymore. He's asked for a lawyer. And shortly after that, and he's left the station, detectives Sims and Shunk, God, that's a really hard duo to say. They learned that officers searching the farm had followed an area of kind of tall, overgrown grass that led into there was an area where it was kind of matted down, where, someone's been walking, right? And so they followed that going into the wooded area. And once they got into the wooded area, they discovered a male torso.
A torso. Just a
torso. Just a single male torso with an attempt to cover it up with like sticks and twigs. So not even a good job. Not even I'm
just going to throw some leaves on this.
We're just going to camouflage it or something.
That was a big dump he took. Dumped a whole torso.
Right. So they continue to search the property.
Yeah.
In an old oil drum on the farm, they found scissors, pruning shears, and a broken bow saw with what appeared to be dried blood on them.
there's always something in the bins, the buckets. Yeah, no.
There was an automatic rifle found in the barn that the owner was like, that's not mine.
Oh, shit.
Not my rifle.
Oh, no.
Right. And based on the body type of the torso, they were fairly certain this was Bart's body.
Dad bod.
Right. Yeah. He had the dad bod. Right. Even without limbs, it's very easy to see. Right.
Yep. Dad bod.
So, so they're like, okay, we kind of know that, but we need DNA tests and everything to confirm the identity. But they didn't wait. They arrested Chandler and charged him with providing false information in regards to a missing person.
Because they knew they had him on something.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, well, he definitely lied, right?
Yeah, don't leave.
So we got him for that. So we got him there. Police bring in Chandler's girlfriend, Catherine, who was 21 years old. She went by Kat, right? Mm-hmm. And as they're interviewing her, she was like, there's absolutely no way that Chandler had anything to do with his parents going missing. That's not only is it out of character for him, but
she couldn't think of some reason that he would even.
No. And it didn't make sense. She was like, so she said, first she was like, okay, it doesn't make sense because Chandler's about to graduate with an IT degree. He had a job lined up in Florida at SpaceX. Like he's got this bright future. Like he wouldn't do something to jeopardize that. That doesn't make sense. Right. She also said, like, I have been dating him for 2 years. I have spent time with him and his family. They have an awesome relationship. She mentioned that Chandler would cook dinner for his parents.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Kids cooking dinner for their parents.
Is this a thing?
I don't know, but we need to get in. We need to get in on this, right?
Can we sign up?
Right. Okay. That they did things like had root beer floats together.
Cute.
They would play Mario Kart together as a family, right? So she's like, you guys are you're like barking up the wrong tree. That doesn't. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what's going on.
Like, but why would she think he's out in the fields?
He's just
running around.
But 2 days later, the remains in the woods are identified as Bart Halderson.
Oh, where's Mom?
And the autopsy showed he had been shot at least 2 times in the back.
Shit. So he's running or something.
Right?
Or had his back turned.
Right?
God.
So police obtained a search warrant for the Haldersons' home.
Okay, good.
A shell casing was found in the basement. Luminol lit up several places in the house.
Oh, that's damning.
And bone and skull fragments were found in the living room
fireplace. The fireplace. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, there's no denying that's where it.
So I don't think he was making a fort.
Well, he was starting a campfire.
Maybe he was starting. Exactly.
Oh, shit.
So they're like, okay, something went down in this house, right?
What did you do?
Chandler has lied to the police, but there still was no definitive, like, that he was a murderer because, like, they still don't know where Krista is.
Yeah.
Could there have been, like, a fight? Like, did they just not know what was going on with this married couple? Was Chandler lying to protect his mother?
Right. Like they did it together somehow.
Right.
Like,
exactly. So, but they're like, well, there's enough evidence that they charged Chandler with first-degree homicide, hiding a corpse, and mutilating a corpse. They have the evidence.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking good.
At this point now, they talk to Kat again, and she gives them permission to search her phone.
Ooh. Okay.
Because if anybody's got dirt on somebody, it's your girlfriend.
It's girlfriend. It's your girlfriend. She's going to have it all.
So during their 2-year relationship, Chandler had bragged to his friends about hooking up with other girls behind Kat's back. So he had not always been faithful. And Kat had found out about it.
Ooh.
And,
he's got a saucy
drama.
size.
Yeah. Drama ensues. Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Right. But ultimately they decided that they were going to stay together. But she wanted him to agree to turn on his locations in Snapchat.
Oh, that's amazing.
Check on him.
Oh my God. This is so great for the police.
And he had to give permission, right? But also we're back to Snapchat.
Yeah.
Which has brought people down in our episodes before. And so as I'm researching this case, you post on Facebook that now we're on Snapchat. And I'm like, yo, find us now.
I don't have location finder on there. I don't.
Oh, okay, good.
And it would just be me because, oh shit. I know. Okay, I better check that.
She's home again. Hey, look, she's home again. Hey, look, she went to work. Oh, hey, no, now she never leaves. Again.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, she's living there and now never leaving.
Right. Ooh. So it was just funny because I was hilarious. Like
the timing
of it, right?
Oops.
Also, this is at least the third story where Snapchat has had something to do with
murder,
bringing in a murderer. Like, well,
we talk a lot of murders, so
right. So I'm just saying, people that are on Snapchat, just
maybe don't murder.
Right. Or just don't turn on your locations.
Yeah.
But also don't murder.
Yeah,
no, I
mean,
agree.
That
That's
might be
probably
the most
bigger. Yeah. Sorry, I changed my answer.
Oh,
changed my answer.
Jenna's on Family Feud.
Right.
Worst thing you can do, turn on Snapchat. No. Murder.
Good answer. I'm sure it's up there. Yeah. I'm sure it's up there. Oh, God. Okay. So when police search Kat's phone, they find that Chandler had messaged her via Snapchat. Why don't people just text message?
I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Isn't that just weird?
Maybe they thought it would totally disappear. You know how chats disappear.
Oh, yeah. So they think, it's just, again, public service announcement.
It's there forever.
The internet lives forever. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. You might not be able to see it, but everybody else can find it somehow. So anyways, Chandler had messaged her via Snapchat on July 1st at 7:30 a.m. That's the day that he said his parents went to the cabin, right?
Okay.
Saying he had hardly slept, things hadn't been going well for him lately, that he'd had a great future planned, and it was falling all apart.
Oh, well, whose fault is that, Chandler? What did you do?
Right? There was nothing in the conversation to say that she knew what he was talking about other than just like, oh, it's going to be okay. Just kind of like that, but nothing else.
Weird.
But she was worried about his mental state after hearing all
I'd say it.
Right.
Like, wouldn't you be calling and being like, hi, what happened? Why are you feeling
So
like
I don't know if she knew or not. It was very weird, but they didn't, or at least I didn't find any information on that. But that's what he messaged to her at 7:30 in the morning.
Yikes.
And then 2 days later, on the 3rd, she checked on him via Snapchat around 9 a.m. This is, in my opinion, a little like jumping the shark here. Mm-hmm. But she has him in her phone. His avatar is hubby.
Ew, that's cringy.
That's like a
cringy,
isn't it? Like stage 5 clinger.
Yeah, cringy.
I know. That's a little.
Yeah. You're 21 I don't even do that with my current. So no,
just this baby daddy.
Double baby daddy.
Double baby daddy. So anyways, she was like, interesting, because he had told her he was at home.
Oh, and bitch be lying again.
His avatar showed him 25 miles away from his house.
Oh,
right.
Ex-hubby.
Although, like, I don't know, is he running around with you at like 9 a.m.?
Right.
Like, that's 7:30.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is 9:30 in the morning. But anyway, she was like, okay, well, you told me you were at home. Mm-hmm. You're not. So she took a screen grab of it, right? And saved it. So she can come back later with her evidence.
Yes. Yeah. And you got to have that for fights.
So police found that saved on her phone. And so at 9 a.m. on the 3rd of July, he was in a wooded area near the Wisconsin River.
I can't believe it. Okay. That's great.
Right? Okay. They're like, well, that's interesting.
I can't believe you never even thought to like turn on that, like turn off location services.
I probably didn't think about it at all. Right.
Yeah. No. Oh my God.
So they see this and they're like, okay. So they, send officers out to the area. Like, you guys need to go check out over there now. Right. And they go to work searching. And at first they don't find anything, but they keep going. And then they find a pair of human legs.
It's like a really creepy game of hide and seek or operation, right? Or a combo of both.
Except the legs were female. So it's not his dad.
Okay.
Female legs cut into sections.
Oh my God. How could you do that to your own parents? Okay.
And they would turn out to be Krista Haldersons.
Yeah. I kind of thought it might be. I mean, there's not usually these rando legs laying around, but.
Right. Rando legs. There's a phrase you don't hear very often. They're rando legs.
Ooh.
They came to discover that this area was one that Chandler was familiar with. He was an avid swimmer, having been on the swim team in high school. And he had a favorite swimming hole in that area. And also, like I said, it was only like 25 miles from his house. So he frequented there. He was familiar with the area.
That helps. That's what killers do.
Yeah, right. So Chandler was then charged with his mother's murder and mutilation as well.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go work for Elon.
Right. So his trial began in January of 2022. So this is still fairly recent, right? The prosecutor, Deputy DA William Brown, gave this opening statement, which I found. So I did it word for word because I found it pretty. Chandler Halderson killed his parents on July 1st of 2021. He cut up their bodies with, it should be with axes and saws, but it says arses, like I'm British.
There's all these arses.
Sorry. This is supposed to be very serious right here.
Yes,
okay.
God damn it.
Sorry. He cut up their bodies with axes and saws and knives, and he didn't even give them the dignity of having a funeral or even a final resting place in one piece together.
Oh.
Their remains were scattered all across Dane County, in public land, on farms, in garbage cans, in rivers, and perhaps every ditch is a possibility in the county. Because nothing else was found. Oh,
God. You don't want to be out fishing and that kind of catch.
Well, there's a lot of water in that area. Like, there's a lot of lakes and bodies of water in Wisconsin. They're right near the Wisconsin River. That's all they found was the torso and the legs.
Nasty. Dude.
Right. So,
yikes.
The prosecution laid out their theory of motive for the juror. Chandler Halderson had been lying to everyone for months.
He didn't have a job with Elon lined up.
No, he did not.
Oh, Chandler.
College, his internship, the big job at SpaceX, all lies.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in you.
Yeah, but he didn't want to disappoint them. This was very much an other way to go.
Yeah, like, I mean, lie.
Wow, did you go the other way? Wow,
dude, that's
like,
not what we
I don't
meant.
want them to find out, so I'm going to take them out. Like,
oh my God, so disappointed in you.
I very much want my kids to know that if they do something wrong, I will help them, even if I'm upset.
Right,
but please don't kill me. My God,
like I might be sad, but Jesus, dude.
Because you flunked out of school? Really?
Really? You're going to kill me? No. Wow.
Just go get a job at McDonald's down the street and then tell me. At least I'll know you're trying. Like, oh my God. Okay. And he brutally murdered them.
I mean, not a little bit. He was like, I'm just going to spread these guys everywhere.
There was a rifle and then he caught them.
And how you could do that part.
Right. So Chandler was at one time a student at the Madison Area Technical College.
Okay.
He was.
That's fine.
But he had flunked out months before.
Why not just admit?
And just was faking going.
Oh, no.
Right. So he was faking that. There was never an internship that he was apparently going to.
Oh, my God. Maybe he was afraid they'd kick him out and he'd have to live on his own or something because he lived with them, right? To save money.
I don't know. Yes, he did.
So,
but I don't know. I mean, I know his brother was only a year older than him and successful and engaged. Right. Like, that's like some serious sibling rivalry right there.
Totally.
Right? Like, yikes.
Oh.
So anyways, he had flunked out.
Okay.
As graduation was looming and the date he was expected to move to his fake job in Florida was coming up, he apparently started to panic.
Yeah, but okay.
Right? The month before the murders, Chandler had an accident. I'm going to use air quotes here. Accident.
Oh, okay.
While he was home alone. So according to all my sources, he had an accident. I don't know that this was an accident or if
he pants.
Caused himself to have an accident. No. He had fallen down the stairs.
That's awesome.
And he had hit his head bad enough that he drove himself to the emergency room. Bad idea, by the way, if you have a head injury.
Seriously, don't drive yourself.
But they treated him for a concussion. And it was severe enough that he might need surgery at some point to fix nerve damage.
Is this found in real medical things, or is this just something he's saying? Because now I'm like,
I don't know. So I couldn't find anything on that. So it was like, and I had a couple things came to mind was, did anyone go to the doctor with him?
Right.
Or was it just his word? Okay. The other thought that happened that I had was, I know he was lying, right?
Right.
But did he hit his head hard enough that it
could
broke
cause
something in him?
Violence? Yeah.
Right? Or was it just he just threw himself down the stairs? So
it was a suicide
attempt. Right. I don't know, man. But he did get a neck brace.
Oh.
He got a neck brace and he was told he couldn't fly. And because of that, he told his family that they wouldn't hold his job in Florida at SpaceX and he lost the position. Okay. Although, as I was writing this, I was like, you can drive to Florida. I'm just saying.
Like that's not your only way to go.
Right. Especially if you're moving there. You get a U-Haul and you drive.
Okay. So he could have bought the neck brace at like Walgreens and faked it all.
So I don't know if there was a head injury or not. Even if he had a head injury, if you thought SpaceX wanted him, don't you think they'd be like, well,
fine,
we're willing to hang out. Like, I don't know. That was weird.
That's super weird.
That's basically how he was like, well, SpaceX isn't happening.
Okay. So he was trying to make things.
I think he was trying
excuses.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's bought himself a little bit of time, right? Okay. So at least that isn't looming. And then he tells his parents that there was an administrative issue at the college.
I was wondering how he would get out of the graduation. Right. Okay.
And they were wrongly withholding his transcripts and his IT certification. And, his parents rightfully questioned it. Yeah. And so he forwarded his dad these emails between himself and the college showing that he was working to fix the situation, right? Okay. He had these emails back and forth. His dad didn't notice, but police noticed that even though Chandler had these emails from different people at the college, they all had Gmail accounts.
He could have at least set up like edu accounts like at the college. If he's a student there, right? You would think. The
thing that's funny is there was one thing that I don't remember if I watched it or read it, but they said something about, being the IT genius that he was. Yeah. He set up fake accounts. I'm like, well, shit, man, anyone can set up a Gmail account.
Obviously,
IT
he wasn't
genius, my ass.
I was going to say, obviously, he wasn't IT genius since he wasn't graduating and he flunked out. So,
right, I know. I was like, well, hell, I know nothing and I can do that.
So true.
Right.
Such a genius.
So a few weeks then before the murders, Bart had called the college because he was like, I don't think Chandler's handling the situation well enough. I mean, that's what they were assuming he thought, right? But he called the college himself. I don't know why it was recorded, but police had a recording of his conversation with one of the administrators there for quality assurance or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, but they had it. Huh. And this is where he learns that, well, actually, Chandler's not even enrolled in the college anymore.
Frick.
He had dropped a bunch of classes, hadn't been enrolled at all that past semester.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And he owed the college thousands of dollars. My guess is if his parents gave him money for tuition, since he was supposedly making this money at the internship or whatever, I don't know, that he was living off that or so. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever, he owed them thousands.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Just digging a big, deep hole.
Right. Bart was confused. So he's like, no. My son has been talking to you. And he gives them the names of the people he's been talking to. And the administrator's like, sorry, sir, none of those people work here.
Oh, my God. Shit.
Right. Shit. Uh-huh.
It's like a bad episode of some
I know
show, like just keep digging yourself deeper, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep digging.
So that was in June. So it was a couple weeks before they disappeared. Oh. I don't know if Bart confronted Chandler or not, or if he was like, I'm just keeping this in my back pocket. Like, I don't know. But what we do know is Bart made an appointment for him and his son to meet with a college administrator on Thursday, July 1st, the day they went missing, the day they had an emergency at the cabin.
Yeah. Oh my God. So instead of like just fessing up to what was happening, no, what?
This was a different way to go.
Oh, frick. That's a bad way to go. Okay.
They had found cell phone records that said that at about 2 p.m. that day on July 1st. And he had messaged his girlfriend that morning at 7:30 saying everything's falling apart. That was at 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
At 2 p.m. that day, Bart texted Chandler with the text, "I'm ready whenever you are." Basically to say,
yeah, let's go. We're going to our appointment.
And that's the last text message he ever sent.
Holy shit, dude. All over something that in this grand scheme of things is that big a deal. Like,
right? Is it enough for anyone to die over? And then still the mutilation thing just is above and beyond.
That's just psychotic.
I mean, the Wisconsin, not that I'm condoning this, the Wisconsin River is right there. You can dump a whole body in there. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
How do you do that to your parents?
Yeah. That's mind-boggling. Yeah. Right?
Okay, so they called to the stand a man named Andrew Smith to testify. He told the jury that he was in the military and met Chandler online while playing video games when he was stationed in Germany.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's how they met, right? Was online video games, right? And he said, this man, Andrew, said that in June of 2021, just the month before, he gave Chandler the semi-automatic rifle that was found in the barn as a gift.
Yikes.
Along with almost 500 rounds of ammunition.
That's an unusual gift. That's
right. And they kind of asked him why. And he was like, well, I thought he'd appreciate it. Well,
what kind of games are you playing? What the fuck?
Messed up, right? I was like, what?
No, maybe a cool new mouse for your PC or something. That would make sense for a gaming friend. But
I don't know, man. That was just. And what does anyone need 500 rounds for?
Yeah.
Holy cow. That was weird. Kat testified that she had not seen Chandler on July 1st. She only got that text message, that Snapchat message from him earlier. But the next day, he asked her to bring him cleaning supplies.
Oh. You don't have any in your own house?
Right. Right. I know that was weird. She must have also thought, wow, look, he's even cleaning for his parents. He's so nice.
Yeah. Oh.
But he told her he had stepped on some broken glass from the fireplace.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So blood, we need to clean up blood is what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah.
She brought him a Swiffer and a bottle of hydrogen peroxide.
Okay. A Swiffer. Right. Yeah, that'll do it.
Come on, you're telling me they don't have a Swiffer in their house? Like what? He probably was a typical guy and had never used the cleaning products. Didn't know where they were.
Totally.
Okay, sorry.
Absolutely. It's true.
Right. My bad. There are guys that clean. I
don't know
any of them. Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I apologize. There are men who know that. They're not in my
orbit
circle of friends. Right.
Right.
Okay. So she testified tearfully that she had no idea what Chandler had done at home. She had done nothing to clean it up. She had no idea this was going on. She was in absolute shock. She was bawling on the witness stand.
Sad.
Right. She thought she's going to fucking Florida.
Yeah. She thought she was marrying some genius. Exactly. And now her phone describes him, instead of hubby, it's like dodged bullet dodged.
Oh. Literally, because that's what he shot his parents. Oh my God. A forensic expert testified that over 200 bone fragments were found in the fireplace
of
the Halderson's home.
That had to not smell good.
All right. Which meant that Chandler had sat there with the fire burning for hours and hours. I mean, it takes a lot to burn body and bone. Like
all the fats and you'd have to keep.
Right? You don't just. You have to keep that going. I mean, it's.
Okay.
In the house they fucking bought.
Home.
It's just like so cold. Oh my God.
Gross.
Chandler, of course, pled not guilty. He remained completely unemotional through the entire trial. Right?
God, where did he lose his mind?
Oh my God. His attorney's defense was that the police could not prove that Chandler killed his parents. there was just circumstantial evidence.
Well, there's freaking a lot of it.
Right. Right. And they're like, but yes, Bart and Krista were obviously murdered, but there's no evidence to show exactly who killed them or exactly how they died because they didn't have enough of either body. They said the 2 shots in Bart were not fatal. The ones in his torso.
Really? So their head, I mean, you don't have the head, so.
Yeah. The only thing they could prove was that Chandler was at the locations where their remains were found.
Which is huge. I mean, that's.
Right. So it was suggested to the jury that Chandler may not have killed them, but upon finding them dead, he panicked and disposed of their bodies. This is not a normal reaction.
No, you do something like, oh,
if you come home and find your parents killed, you don't go, well,
shit, somebody better clean this up. No.
It was an absolute bonkers defense.
It's just stupid.
And they didn't call any witnesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just like the prosecution hasn't met their burden of proof.
Oh, yeah, no. But no, you haven't. No, defended well.
Chandler did not take the stand in his own defense, which is a smart move, right?
Yes, finally.
But because of that, it only took 2 hours for the jury to find him guilty. I was going to say,
this is a fast one.
Of all 8 charges.
Whoa.
There was the murder. There was the mutilation. There was lying during an investigation. There was There was like so 4 charges on each one, right? And they were like, nope, guilty of all, right?
We don't believe you.
2 months later at his sentencing, Chandler made a statement in court. Very stone-faced while he did this, right? Like just very quietly. This is his quote. Your Honor, I want to take this opportunity to state my intent to appeal my convictions. If there are any lawyers listening and willing to take on my appeal, take a moment to please reach out to me. He's advertising for help for his appeal in his sentence. It's very good. I've never heard it. And then, so he's reading off a piece of paper and then he stops and he looks up at the judge and he goes, again, very monotone. It's not that I do not have feelings. It's that I wanted to not show them due to the scrutiny of this case. Oh, I'm sorry. It was that I was warned not to show him. So he's blaming his defense attorney.
Okay.
Don't get emotional.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now's a good time.
Yeah. Now is your chance. You're going to get sentenced to death here.
Right. Maybe when you're saying it's not that I don't have feelings, you should show that you have some.
Right. No, you really don't.
Nope. That's what he said. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Okay, good. Oh my God.
Isn't that cold at the end? I seriously, I want to know, did he actually hit his head? Because I feel like something.
Yeah, something broke off. Something is loose.
Well, they say, I think, is it frontal lobe? Sometimes.
Yeah. This is why we don't do the lobotomies anymore. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Good God.
Yeah, that gave me chills. He has never been remorseful. God,
and his poor other brother. I wonder what Mitchell thinks.
His poor other brother. Isn't that awful?
What happened?
I couldn't find it. He probably isn't giving interviews or anything.
Oh God, no.
He's probably normal. And he's just like, I just want
to disappear into the woodwork, please.
Oh
Jesus.
My God. His poor girlfriend who thought that she was like, I got this guy. Yeah, he cheats on me, but whatever.
That was her first gigantic box of red flags. But then this one arrived. Thank God. I hope she's doing better now. Better choices. Woo. You deserve better.
Oh my God. Right. So
damn.
That is the story of the Haldersons.
And I am disappointed in him. I mean,
I'm thoroughly disappointed.
I'm not just disappointed. I'm beyond. You are a very big disappointment.
Here you go. Guess what? Everyone now, not just your parents are disappointing in you. The whole world is disappointed.
Yeah. You made some poor life decisions.
Seriously.
Wow.
Right?
Oh my God.
Would you like to hear my sources?
Yes, please.
All right. So I watched 48 Hours, season 35, episode 9, called The Snapchat Clue.
Oh, well, there's many of those.
Titled, yes. Right? Crimetraveler.org and CBSnews.com. Nice. Plus, I'm sure I Googled some stuff on Wikipedia. Just throw that in there anyways. Yeah, I usually do that about the town or where they're at or whatever. So I should have written that down. But yeah, that 48 hours was like, holy shitballs.
Yeah. It's okay to say I messed up and then take hits for it, but don't fucking kill people over it. That's not going to solve anything. This is
also why parents are supposed to allow their child to fail when they're younger, and it's small issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that it doesn't build up.
What if this hadn't happened? What if he had made a big mistake and gotten fired, like, I don't know, in his 30s? He could have taken out a town.
Oh, God. Lord.
I mean,
no. I also heard recently, like, kids of very strict parents become very good liars.
Oh, you have to be, right?
Yeah. I was like, so this is another reason maybe not to be super, super strict with things, because then.
For sure, right? Because you have to, right.
To not feel like a disappointment all the time.
Exactly. And to be able to have some kind of freedom or free will or whatever. Yeah, you'd have to be. Whereas my kids that have free reign, they wouldn't know how to lie if it saved their lives. It'd be like, I have those kids where you're like, hey, it's an extra $10 to get on this train.
Oh, I know.
You're above 13.
If you
so
pretend
just say
to be
you're 12. But I'm not.
I know.
Shut up.
Just tell them you are. Come on. What if they ask me? Lie.
Oh my God.
Told me not to lie.
I know, right? You can't win.
No.
It's hard to be a parent.
It's freaking.
It'll get you fucking killed. I mean,
obviously. God. I'm not just disappointed anymore. I'm scared to death. That's incredible. All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Oddies. Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM. If you're a longtime listener, hey, we cannot thank you enough for your continued support. And if you're a new listener, thanks for giving us a try. If you like us, please drop us a like, subscribe, or rate us so we can share our stories with more people around the world. And if you'd like more information, like links to our podcast and socials, along with our Patreon fan page, those links are all on Linktree under ODFM Podcast. That's linktr.ee/ODFM Podcast. Side note, you guys, we're obsessed with fan art, and we love making things with it, like stickers for our fans. So if you'd like us to use your designs, send it to us at odfmpodcast@gmail.com. And if we use your design, we'll be sure to send you a sticker.
Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM, hosted by Kelly DeVries and Jenna Swanson. Production and editing by Kelly DeVries. Theme music by Eric Swanson. ODFM is a satirical true crime podcast for entertainment purposes only. The stories you hear are serious and true. The comments and opinions are not. We apologize if any of our content is harmful or disrespectful.